What I want to talk about today is the way that organizations kind of develop and grow, and the way we're structured as a society. And what happens is people pioneers, and they go out and they pioneer and they discover something new, and then they go off again and they discover something new, and they discover something new, and they discover something new, and they just keep going and moving. Then what happens is you get the entrepreneurs, they'll come in, they'll discover something new, move on, discover something until they discover a business that they want, and they'll go off and build the business. And then the capitalists come along and they'll generate money, profits for shareholder value, and out of those profits will receive a tax, and the idea then is companies move on to kind of academics and create roles, responsibilities, education, academic structures around there, and then you move on to the bureaucrats who kind of tie everything together and tell you how things should be done, and you can't do this until this happens, and that process and that procedure gets followed. So this is the kind of the whole system that we've got, and with the culture of addiction, what we're trying to do is move people, the world, to a culture of recovery. Now, we all understand the problem of addiction. We're all impacted by it. There's a lot of costs evolved around this. A lot of people profit from the problem. Crime, the medical profession, businesses, liquor industry, gambling industry. A lot of people profit from a culture of addiction. And a lot of people are trying to come up with a solution for that, but the trouble is to try and get the finances to do that, to build capital, recovery capital in this world is what the challenge is. So what we aim to do, what we're trying to achieve, is to get people to get in touch with, find out what their kokorozashi is, and then to come and partner with us in the spirit of Ubuntu, where we can all benefit from the solution. When I was in Australia last year, I heard from an Australian guy what the definition of Ubuntu was, or a description, or a story to talk about the spirit. But he told us about an anthropologist that went to an African village, and in the tree there was, in the distance there was a tree, there was an apple tree, and he said to the kids in the village, go and get run to the apple tree, and the first person that's there that can pick the sweetest apple. And so what all these kids did is they joined hands and they all ran together to the apple tree, and then they shared the apple. And I thought that was a great kind of analogy to describe how, if we all work together on this, how we can all benefit from the solution. The challenge is we're so kind of under-resourced in this area that we've really got to kind of tap into our human spirit and work together in the spirit of Ubuntu. So what I want us to start thinking about is how we can all work together as we're going around and building all these little organizations and little communities, and how we're going to plug in here. So I'm going to start building on that, so we can build a workforce and a whole lot of people that are willing to do the work to execute this. So really what I'm talking about is how do we populate this area? How do we empower people? We empower people through the training and through treatment. We can get people in touch with their kokorozashi, and they want to work together in the spirit of Ubuntu, where everyone benefits from the solution. We can then go off and create recovery capital and make the world a better place for our children, I think. Sounds like a good idea. It sounds nice. It's what's gotten me up this Monday morning. It's Monday morning, it's 7:15 in the morning. I'm at home, I'm making a movie. I've got a call with Australia in 45 minutes. Then I'm going off to work in a bank to go and help executives that work in this environment and are impacted by this environment. Now, that doesn't mean that they're taking drugs, but to stay alive and to be resilient in this type of environment, coaching really helps. So my hope as well is that as people train and get their skill set, they can go off and help organizations here to make better use of their resources there, and we can then kind of work with government and all that. But at the moment, the world is structured very much fear and greed, drive for profit, shareholder value, returns of business, and it's a harsh environment. I was in it for many years, and I used to wake up on a Monday morning and think, oh fuck, I don't want to go to work. I want to go to work and, like, you know, spend as much time trying to avoid doing what I was responsible to do, but I was stuck in there because I needed the money, and now I'm free from that. Now I'm free, and with the spirit of Ubuntu, I know what my kokorozashi is, and then I find myself in the mass space where we all benefit from the solution. So what we're going to be doing is jumping on, in fact, let me write it down now so you can start to sign up to it. It's Facebook for Workplace. It's a social media platform, and I want you guys to go to davidcollins.facebook.com, and that is where you would join our private social media. Social media based school. And we're going to be using this platform to bring everyone together in the spirit of Ubuntu, so that we can start to connect and pioneer. And what I'm hoping to do is, as we create recovery capital, this bump will reduce and will be more evenly spread of the resources that are over here to assist everyone over here. Because we really are one big connected family in some way or another. I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you keep telling me you're enjoying them, I'm going to keep making them. And I'm having fun. Have a great week, people.